Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Hurry.
I'm here to talk with you again. Hey, I've been wondering all week, what did you draw right here? What's that?
I'm not done yet.
I know, I hoped.
It's not finished. You're just going to have to wait and see.
I wondered what that was. I'm about to finish it for you. I got some ideas of what it could be. Looks like a...
Baby.
Different colors.
Are we starting with Adam?
Yeah. 8 minutes past the hour. 10 minutes past the hour. I feel like we start later every day.
We don't. We've started way later than this.
Rock the beat!
Episode 10. Welcome to the Rock the Beat Studios podcast. I am your host, Rexo.
Is that it? Is that all we get?
It's 10 minutes past the hour. Joined at this beautiful door table by a few co-hosts. To my left, we have Quozo. To my right is Deputy Dave pouring some coffee. What you got, coffee?
Got the death punch.
That's coffee.
Yeah, it's coffee.
And just past Deputy Dave is my brother from both the same exact parents, Pat. How's everybody doing?
Good.
We're expecting a fifth member, but BG's going to come.
I'm a little
tired, a little jet lag from the time change.
What
Yep.
happened? It's been 3
The
days.
time change, I'm still adjusting.
3 days later.
I know that. I didn't say anything to make it sound like it wasn't 3 days later.
Yeah, the thing that you said was you're still adjusting.
Yeah,
It doesn't take
3
you
days later.
It's been 72 hours and you still haven't adjusted.
Yeah, man.
How long is it? You adjust the next day?
I woke up on time like nothing happened.
It was really just supposed to be a joke. Come on, guys.
Look at that shirt. Nice.
Look at your shirt.
Yeah.
You need to quit supporting NASA.
Why?
They're the... What are they called?
Astronauts?
The eighth wonder of the world.
It's a different... It's like the bad branch of our government.
Oh, come on.
What do you... The bad branch? There's the bad branch?
They're the liars.
NASA?
We didn't land on the moon.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Had nothing to do with NASA.
Just making
Who
sure.
NASA.
landed on the moon?
Rexo Quozo.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I've been thinking about NASA not being real lately.
Why?
Please.
We're going in
in-
conspiracy
in
zones.
bold.
Just more conspiracies, yeah.
Here we go.
Not real. NASA. Go.
NASA not real.
NASA, it's just an agency. It's like,
Yeah.
how can they
FBI.
not be real?
Right. Like, my sister works for NASA, gets paid by NASA.
Is that where all your fancy shirts come from?
Actually, no.
They
My
have like a
wife,
gift shop.
I bought the whole thing. No, none of these shirts, I don't think any of them came from NASA. Just different stores. Every time I see one, I buy one.
Why is that? You wonder.
I like.
I wish
Yeah,
you
you
had told me
wonder.
they came from like an
'Cause I
office
don't-
where
you
she
know how-
works.
You know how like people wear sports hats and like this is my team.
Oh, your team NASA.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna get CIA shirts.
Ooh.
If we're gonna start going for things that aren't
NASA's
real.
probably my favorite governmental agency.
Remember when they changed for a little while and they were the United Space Alliance? It was a
Yeah.
very short period, but
I remember there being something.
No.
You like NASA more than the military?
What about Space Force?
I wouldn't say I.
Choose your next words wisely.
I know. I am. I'm about to. I enjoy NASA. I really do appreciate the military, but I mean, NASA would have to go before the military. I think. You know, if we were like having to choose. But I enjoy.
Go where?
Like if you're having to
Like
cut
cut
one
funding?
out,
To get rid of them? Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
you gotta
yeah.
cut funding for.
Absolutely.
So like I can appreciate that, and you know, there's a lot of things about the military that I'm interested in, but I just think NASA's like cool, you know, like.
You know what?
Oh, yeah,
That would
definitely.
never happen.
And
Yes.
I can't really wear around like I mean I could wear around U.S. Army stuff, but then I feel like
I've thought about that too because I really do like our military, but
Yeah.
I feel like if I wore like an army or a military shirt, like a Marines or something, they'd be like, "Oh, where'd you serve?" Like,
they're
"No,
like,
I
oh, you were a
didn't."
Marine, bro.
No, I'm just a big fan. I
Yeah.
appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
I feel like you could say that and get away with it.
Every
though.
time he walks in with a NASA shirt, I'm like, hey, what mission were you on?
Where's your patch, bro?
What's your take
All
on
of
that,
them.
David?
What
Like if I was to wear
yeah.
an army shirt,
I personally don't care. That's
But
just
there,
me.
you would admit that there probably are people.
Oh
that
yeah,
do.
there are.
Yeah.
There are people that'll wear that stuff so they can get free things, or you know,
I didn't
that's
think about
the
that,
people
yeah.
that I don't like.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
'Cause I don't even take advantage of some of the free stuff that I probably should. So,
You should.
You should, 100%.
You know, NASA's giving people DMT, and they're going into conference rooms and having meetings in different dimensions with aliens.
I heard about that.
How do
how do you
do
get
you-
that job?
get involved in that?
Well, they don't tell us about
Well, I
it.
want to watch it first.
I've just heard about it.
Who's your source?
Podcasts is
Podcast.
Oh yeah. You listened to now. It's all making sense.
It's all
for the
making sense.
DMT thing. Because like 17 people have tried to talk to me about DMT this week, and I'm like, what is going on? And now I realize
it's out there. We need some. You know where to get some?
They
I
tried
could
to
probably
talk to you
find
about
some.
What?
DMT.
DMT.
I've only seen it once.
What's wrong
in
with
5
that?
years.
I don't know.
So.
It's naturally
Doesn't
occurring
sound like
though.
it's
Isn't
Yeah.
it? It is.
What'd you say people were asking you about?
DMT.
What is that?
I don't remember what it stands
It's a
for.
drug.
It's a
It's a
hallucinogenic
psychedelic.
Yeah.
Why did they ask you about it?
Well, there was a podcast recently that came up. Not asking. I see what you're saying there. No, not
It's all the
asking me
NASA shit.
personally.
It's the NASA
just
shirts
been,
he's wearing.
it's been brought up in
Do
conversation.
people usually come to you for drug expertise?
Mm-hmm.
This is just. I don't enjoy this.
I don't know what y'all are talking about.
No, because it was on Joe Rogan's podcast. Someone talked about.
You're the mall of this podcast.
It says
I
it's
am.
naturally
Your office
occurring
is on the block.
in plants and animals. I want to know what animals running around with DMT just naturally in its system.
I think all of them.
Us. It's in our blood.
Is it?
Yeah.
They said if DMT's illegal, we're all carrying. It's in us. I heard if you smoke it, it's like a quick 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You can get in.
It's-
You can get in and out.
I don't think it ever lasts more than like.
Oh no, they're making them drinks.
That lasts how long?
You go in. You can go away for a while.
Like hours?
They're saying when you come back, you've lived a lifetime. You've
Is that
had
like
kids
the-
and a farm, and
Why a farm? Why do you have a farm?
this guy's personal experience. He was like, I had a different family. I lived my whole life, and I had a farm, and
It's like the peyote tea.
it's the ones in those Native
you-
American tribes.
Yeah.
Not Native American. Native South American.
I don't know.
I'm so lost.
Aztec.
I had a friend of mine. He was a Kiowa, and that was part of his religion. Every time he went home,
Peyote
he
or DM?
got to do peyote.
Cassie says there's a Indian reservation somewhere in Kentucky where you can go do it. They have it. Where,
Peyote?
no, DMT. Yeah, they have
Okay.
it set up where you can go do it legally.
Does anybody know
Really?
what it stands for?
I can't say
Very
it.
It's
long
a-
word. I just looked
It's
it
like a
up.
chemical.
Dimethyl.
That's DNA.
No, it's just apparently like a really
Nice.
intense
Nice.
psychedelic
Trip.
trip that you can.
The cool thing, one of the things that interested me, and I have no proof of this, and I don't think the guy that I heard it from had proof. He said they would go do this with these tribes in South America, and there would be 30 people that do it, and then some people that didn't do it to kind of watch them and make sure everybody stays okay, takes care of the group. And he said every one of these people are looking across the field and seeing the same thing and describing it to each other and talking about it.
That's insane.
And the sober people aren't seeing it. So they're saying it's not making you hallucinate, it's opening up parts of your mind to let you see things that are in different dimensions right in front of your face that you can't see when you're sober.
Oi.
I need some DMTs.
It's known as the businessman's trip. This is.
There we go.
I'm gonna need some kind of phrase from you by the end of the pod, David.
There's a
Every day.
Well, about DMT. Okay, I'll see.
It's not illegal. No one's ever died on it.
It's illegal. It's
Sounds like it's
illegal in
pretty new to
California.
me.
I mean, it is illegal, but no one's
Yeah.
ever died on it.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
a
about to
Schedule
say.
3.
Well,
Is this
Schedule 3.
new?
Okay,
Is this
okay.
is this a lab manufactured
No.
drug?
They said there's synthetic versions and
and
real ones.
like with everything now, but
Has this been around?
I mean it's been naturally. I don't know how long people have been using
it says it
for.
came to like fame during the 60s.
Okay,
In,
so-
in the U.S.
There's a documentary on Amazon Prime. Cassie watched the other night.
What's it called?
DMT : the something drug, or the
Businessman's trip.
something molecule, the 19th molecule, or
Okay,
I have no idea.
it's on Amazon.
Prime, yeah.
Cool.
What you guys got this week? I got some cool questions for you.
I got after 7 days straight of work.
Everybody got
I
something.
really hate people. Like I'm over idiots. Big
So
time.
7 days straight, no days off,
No days off.
and you hate people.
I
How
hate
long are
people.
you? Would you go back?
Tonight is my last night, and then I get 2 days off.
Sweet.
So,
So what are we doing Monday and Tuesday?
actually, I have to work my other job Tuesday.
So you have 1 day off.
You have 2 jobs?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
He's a cop and a dealer. That way he never runs out of work.
For
Gotcha. Gotcha. That makes sense.
sure. It's circular.
That's how everything works in this world.
Singularity.
I mean, war. You know, play both sides.
Yeah.
Keep the cycle going.
And then as we
It's
take
a
out the fathers, the children rise up, and
It's a vicious
we create
cycle.
new problems.
Dark.
What's y'all's favorite cereal?
Mine's really boring, but it is my
Mine
favorite.
too.
That's all right.
Cracklin' Oat Bran.
That's a good one.
Wow. Yeah, that's good.
What do you mean? Wow.
This is a little. Well, I don't know. I like the cinnamon crunch Cheerios.
I've never had that.
Mm.
They're
Is that
so
new?
Ish, but not like new. You can get them. I get 'em-
New-ish, but not new.
Yeah.
Crackling oat brands,
Is that like the Malto meal?
No, they're
they're
just
like
they're
squares with little
yeah.
holes in them.
Square
Yeah.
with a hole in the
And
center.
you can't put too much in a bowl because those things will fill you up quick.
There's a certain spot where they get too soggy. I guess like every cereal.
Yeah, but
the
you know, whenever I'd buy that, I would fill up a bowl, and then it'd be like a lot more than a normal
Yeah.
bowl of cereal.
I can't tell you the last time I've ate cereal out of anything other than a Dixie cup.
That
That you can carry it to work with you, stick it in your cup holder.
that's wrong.
No, it's really awesome. It's
Like
the
a
perfect.
big one?
It's
I
like,
remember
you
you
fill
doing
that
that.
to the top, like that regular solo cup or whatever. Fill
then
it to the
just-
top, and then fill milk until it. Don't let it rise out. Certain
Yeah.
cereals will be like.
Yeah. That's
Cracklin' Oat
funny.
Brand's not one of them though. It's a good.
So I assume
It's very
everyone
absorbent.
here pours their cereal first.
No, milk first.
No cereal first for me.
Psycho.
He does not. He just told us his whole cup
just kidding.
process.
Yeah.
I'm Frosted Flakes all the way.
That's a pretty good.
That's a good solid. You can do that for.
Hey, there's a.
We had this discussion at work with a couple of my coworkers, and I told him, I was like, yeah, I like Frosted Flakes. And the other guy was like, oh, yeah, I like Corn Flakes, but I like to put a little bit of sugar on them. I was like, that's Frosted Flakes.
Sorry, bro.
You should try Frosted Flakes.
Cornflakes with sugar on it just makes me think of like when I was a kid. And you know, you buy both because your parents eat the cornflakes or whatever.
Yeah.
You run out of Frosted Flakes and you're like, all right, I got
Parents
to
were-
put the sugar on the cornflakes.
Yeah. But then you, at the end, and you
Get
put
sugar,
that spoon down there in the bottom of the bowl,
sugar milk.
sugar milk. Yeah, y'all know what I'm
Sugar
talking
water.
about.
Yeah. Honey bunches
y'all
of
ever
oats.
have to,
That's what I roll with.
Oh, I'd buy that also. Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Do
It's
y'all
good.
keep powdered milk at the house?
No.
No.
Did y'all ever have that experience as a kid? Like you run out of milk and you keep.
Well, yeah, but I don't think I've ever had powdered milk before.
Really? It's
I'm-
not as bad as it sounds.
I remember seeing powdered milk for something, but I think it was used for like baking.
Um,
That's what my mom used it for.
we would keep it just in case we ever ran out of milk. And that was like the worst when you're like,
Yeah, that's a pretty upsetting time when you pour that bowl of cereal and you open up the fridge.
hey, you never check.
No.
You know, there's always that dry bowl of cereal that you're like,
Next thing you know, you're eating dry cereal on the couch.
yep. I'm not putting it back in the box.
Pat, there's a good Stuff You Should Know podcast. It's a live version called The Kellogg Brothers. You should check it out.
I haven't listened to it. Is it good?
It's like one Kellogg brother was, I think he was dead set on cornflakes being cornflakes, and the other one was like his little brother, and he wouldn't let him have any ideas. So he started a new company and made Frosted Flakes, I think. I can't remember, but he like took off.
Add sugar. That's
Yeah.
funny.
I can't. It was something like that. It may not have been flakes or.
I'll listen to it tomorrow.
Yeah.
If y'all hear a good podcast, you need to let me know because I'm always searching now.
I listened to that 30 for 30 you sent me, Phil Ivey
Oh,
and
yeah.
Kelly's son.
It's
pretty cool.
right?
I listen
30
to so many different ones though. Like I can't keep up with them. I just go down through there and it's okay. Got it.
There was another 30 for 30 about
I subscribed to the whole channel.
2003 World Series of Poker when the poker boom started.
Hmm.
Who
That was a
won?
good one. Chris Moneymaker.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
That's
what
his real
triggered
last name?
that popularity?
It's
Like
not his real
how
last
did-
name.
That is his.
Was it just an amazing series, I guess?
Well,
that-
it used to be TV triggered it.
Yeah, once they started making it
These people got a contract like
filmable.
really cheap. They got paid. They didn't get paid a lot, and they filmed it. The 2003 World Series of Poker, and put it on ESPN, and it blew up.
Was that around the same time that they were having the writer strikes and all that? Because I know that's when the reality TV shows kind of blew up. Was because there was a writer strike in Hollywood and they weren't turning out shows.
That was first season of Breaking Bad. That's why it's so short. I don't know what year that was, but
World Series of Poker got on ESPN because nothing else was on. Like no other sports.
Yeah.
Which there's only actually a few days, literally a few days
of
that there's no sports on.
What days are those? Christmas?
I don't know.
No, because there's still football games on Christmas.
And basketball.
What about? No, I'm out. I'm all out of ideas. Easter?
I think it's like right after baseball season. Honestly, maybe it was after hockey season. I don't know.
How's that land shark?
Cooler than a fan.
Cooler than the other side of the pillow.
Cooler than the other side of a pillow that's been inside of a freezer. You guys,
have you seen these these pillows that are like supposedly cool all the time because they got the?
Yeah, it's false.
Is it?
Yeah,
it's got to be.
It kind of ruins that phrase though.
Yeah, don't use that when you got a cool pillow.
Yeah. The pillow flip in the middle of the night, like
it's key.
And it's not like I'm upset that I'm awake flipping the pillow. I'm so excited to hit the other side of that pillow. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even mad. I'm just like...
The other side of the pillow wishes it was as cool as me. Nothing?
No.
If you were given an envelope with the time and date of your death, would you open it?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't think so.
I would not at all.
Why?
I do not want to know.
Well, that's the main reason I haven't...
What if it was tomorrow at 7 a.m.?
I would think that I could change that.
You can't.
Maybe that's arrogant.
And I would feel like reading it would then make it true.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't change it. I should have put that in the question.
But it's like that whole... Have any of y'all done the 23andMe stuff?
Nope.
No.
So I want to.
What is it?
Where you send off your DNA and they give you your... You can do it two ways. You can get your ancestry.
Ancestry.
Didn't they find a serial killer that way?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the third time we've talked about that on the podcast.
And you can get your medical or like health information too. So like you can find out you have a likeliness of certain disorders and things like that.
There's some things I don't want to know about myself.
So I've thought about doing it for a long time, but I think I really just don't want to know about, like, what if you found out you were
non-Hodgkin's lymphoma?
Yeah, like what cancers you're. But then on the flip side of that, like there are certain things that if you're aware of, you can
prevent
and act accordingly. I don't know. I go back and forth. I want to do it really bad.
So you would open an envelope?
No, not with my. The whole ancestry thing is like, or the 23andMe thing is, it's preventable. It could be potentially preventable things, like foods that.
What if it said tomorrow or a month from now at 7 p.m. plane crash, and you were at the airport and you were like, I'm not getting on anymore.
Right. No,
but that could be a plane falling out of the sky and landing on you.
The plane comes into the airport.
I wouldn't go to an airport on that day.
What if it said?
Oh no.
What if it said car crash? You just lay at home in your bed all day.
Yeah.
And the car comes through your window.
I live on the second
90.
floor.
Car comes up your stairs.
Do you look at it like a car's going to kill you today? This can go one of two ways, like get out, go get in your car and do it the simple way, or do you want to make this complicated for death and, and make it worse?
It's going to be extremely
complicated. It's going to happen.
Final destination.
Yeah.
If it's a car crash, I'm going to be in a plane. Or
he's going to have to set up the whole mousetrap thing to get me.
Yeah, it's going to have to be difficult.
So that's why I'm not opening my envelope. One, I think just knowing, like, oh no, it's tomorrow, guys. Let's live like I'm gonna die tomorrow. Let's party.
And then it comes and goes, and you're broke.
No, not that.
And in debt.
No, I wouldn't want to know. I mean, I already know. I wish I didn't know.
You already know?
When you're gonna die?
Yeah, when and how and where.
Did you get an envelope this morning?
I had a dream on DMT.
Okay. What's it gonna look like?
It's simple. Something simple.
In bed at 90.
It's on the toilet.
So you don't poop on the toilet anymore?
What do you mean?
To avoid death?
No, I'm not avoiding death. I'm ready now.
Oh.
You would be surprised how many older people like we find that are dead.
Yeah, they sit down on the toilet.
Yeah, in the bathroom. Yeah.
Oh. 30 minutes past the hour.
Docking your pay.
What taste?
Bobby G's here. Welcome, Bobby G.
Hey. Is my mic on?
It is now.
Cool.
What's your favorite cereal, BG?
Well, that's rough. I don't know. Because it's like...
We'll come back to you.
All right.
Did we get Dave's?
Yeah, mine was Honey Bunches of Oats.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good choice. Good choice.
Healthy.
It is funny.
But it's sweet, too, though. You don't have to add a lot of sugar to it.
Yeah, but no one picked like the super sugar
Well, there's only...
Yeah.
You can't eat those...
Frosted Flakes is pretty sugary, but...
Yeah, but it's like the like, classic, like,
Yeah.
sweet cereal.
Do you think the 5 of us could kill a family-sized box of Captain Crunch in one sitting?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy.
Let's do that on the podcast. See if people like chew.
Didn't they find spider eggs?
Probably everything.
Don't overthink that.
I mean, as long as they're not live spiders, it's
Right.
okay.
Yeah. And even if they are live, it's probably still okay, right?
Spiders scare the out of me. Something so small, and it can do so much damage to you. I don't
That's
like
why
it.
Spider-Man's so awesome.
Yeah, he is my favorite.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's up there.
Even this young kid?
I
that they got
like the
playing
new
now?
actor a lot.
Yeah.
Who's your real Spider-Man, though?
The new
Andrew
one.
Garfield.
Who's that?
His was
That's a good one.
See,
His was dead on.
he did so to me. He did Spider-Man right.
Yeah.
The Peter Parker, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like
I agree. Toby did a better Peter
Toby
Parker.
did a better Peter
but,
Parker.
but not a better Spider-Man.
Right? No, not even close. Andrew Garfield's is good, but this new kid's is it's,
Yeah.
Tom Holland is good.
it's real good.
I think a lot of that's the writing, though. Like,
Did you see the Spider-Verse?
I did. I actually watched that the other day.
What'd you think?
Awesome.
I thought it was
and I really
great.
liked the soundtrack too.
Yeah.
All the music,
Oh,
it was just
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
I
Who's your
haven't seen
favorite
that.
Hulk?
Easy. Wow, it's really not
man.
easy because I don't love the original movie with.
Eric Bana.
Lou Ferrigno?
Edward
No,
Norton.
sorry, I wasn't going
Edward
that far
Norton.
back. I was going Ed Norton. But my choice was between Ed Norton and.
Oh, wow.
Ruffalo.
Okay.
It's Ruffalo. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't like Ruffalo as the Hulk.
Wow.
I don't like him at all, I think.
Really?
Huh?
I don't know what
Fair
it is.
enough.
I don't know
Who's your
why.
favorite Hulk?
I kind of liked Norton.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wish that movie had been better.
I don't remember a lot about the movie.
I thought it was
wasn't-
good
it
for what
wasn't
it was.
have to
Terrible.
go back and
I
watch
just
it.
wish it
Yeah.
had been.
It was much better than the Eric Bana Hulk,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Who's that?
Plus, I'm a big Ed Norton fan, so
Yeah.
And didn't he? I think he
For
wrote
sure.
and produced that movie.
I don't know.
He did.
I think so.
Oh, so I'm like trashing him when I talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's gonna hunt you down.
Just act, bro. Act.
And he's not a very large guy. I think you could take him.
Well, it depends on if you're fighting him or the Hulk.
Fair.
True
Fair.
You seen that video on YouTube, Hulk versus Superman?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Who won?
I think it is in a tie.
Of course it does. Hulk
Yeah.
would kill Superman.
no, he wouldn't.
Are you kidding?
Superman would smash him.
You can't kill the Hulk.
Yeah, you can.
How?
Throw him into a sun. I'm pretty sure that'd do the job.
Throw him into a sun?
Into the star, into the sun.
That's an awesome idea. I didn't think that.
Yeah.
Who's going to throw the Hulk?
Superman. That's why I hate Superman though, because he's
Superman's
overpowered.
the worst
Until a green roc's
superhero
around.
ever.
Yeah, and until he,
And then anybody can beat him.
I don't know why nobody ever thought to just make a bunch of kryptonite bullets.
That's
Catch this, asshole.
There's a story called Tower of Babel where it's like the villains get a hold of all Batman's plans to defeat everybody.
yeah.
They literally just shoot him with a kryptonite bullet.
And that's how it ends.
Well, I mean,
Captain
I mean, of
Marvel.
course,
No, it's not how it ends. It's
Batman
how-
figures it out
it's
and
how-
saves the day because that's
Yeah.
what he does.
it's,
Captain Marvel
Thank
versus
God
Superman.
for Batman in all cases. Captain Marvel, because I hate Superman. I would put money on Spider-Man against Superman.
you would lose that money.
I don't care. I hate Superman.
I don't like DC. I
It's-
like Batman, but I don't like DC.
Batman and the Joker are two of my favorite things ever, but that's really all of DC that I love.
You seen the newest Joaquin Phoenix preview?
Mm-mm.
No,
I'm
pretty
trying
good.
to-
He looks good as the
Does he?
Joker.
I am excited for Shazam though. I think that's
Yeah.
gonna
I'm
be good.
excited for that too.
I found out the name of that movie I couldn't think of the other night. Brightburn.
Yeah.
Mm.
I knew
It's
the
gonna be
movie you were
good.
talking about once it was
It
Pet
does look good.
Cemetery Superman.
Yeah. James Gunn.
Is there a trailer out?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I need
It
to
looks
see
really good.
It's called Brightburn,
Mm-hmm.
and it is DC Universe.
I don't know
No,
if it is.
it's
I
like
think it's
a twisted version. It's like, what if Superman did land at Earth?
But I don't think it's actually Superman.
No.
I think it's
He's
its
not
own
like
thing.
Clark Kent.
No.
Okay.
It's just kind of like a version.
Yeah.
I didn't know Joaquin was doing Joker. Who's playing Batman?
I think it's just a Joker
Yeah,
movie.
I don't think there's
really?
a Batman.
Okay.
Who did they say though?
It's a really
I thought
good
they-
preview, though.
Ben Affleck is the worst Batman ever.
He's not.
Not the worst.
Are you kidding me?
He's my least favorite.
You put
George-
Val
More
on
than
George
Clooney
Clooney.
and Val Kilmer.
I take Val Kilmer and George Clooney.
They're terrible
Michael
as Batman.
Keaton.
Well, that's an easy who did the best, so we don't have to worry
I
about it.
liked.
That's true.
Pierce Brosnan. Sean Connery.
Who's going to be the next Batman, though? That's the.
I thought I read something about that, but I can't remember now.
I did see a thing where they said Michael Cera was
'Cause I
having a
think-
fit because he wants to be Batman.
He could never be Batman.
Why not?
Jim Halpert.
Look at him.
Jack Black.
No. I wish Tom Hardy would
You didn't
would
even
have
believe
played
yourself. Oh, okay.
like a
never
new
mind.
Wolverine instead of being
I thought you were
Venom.
laughing
Yeah.
at yourself.
No,
Yeah, I think that would have done much better.
That was a
Yeah,
burp.
I think he's like the perfect pick for that.
For what?
Wolverine.
Who?
Tom Hardy. But he's
Ooh.
doing Venom, you know, so
I can't get behind Venom.
it wasn't great.
No, and they wasted a phenomenal actor.
That's what I'm saying. He would have been great as
Yeah.
a Wolverine.
I think if he hadn't been in that movie, it wouldn't have done near what it did either. 'Cause
No, I
he-
don't
I mean,
think
he
so.
held it up.
If that had been a random,
Yeah.
yeah that wouldn't have.
Who's y'all's 007?
Is that a debate
Is that
at all?
real?
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Craig all
I mean,
day.
Daniel
Indeed.
Craig's better, but that's the one I grew up on. So,
So?
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
They're
them.
not good.
For sure. But I
They
will
are
admit,
good.
They're not.
They're not as good as the
I
new
wonder
ones,
who
but no
I
movies
picture.
are as good as the new ones.
That's not true either.
You would probably pick Shia LaBeouf over Harrison Ford also.
For what?
See? There you go.
Indiana Jones.
He's not even Indiana Jones.
I bet
He's
you're
Indiana Jones' kid.
Junior.
I bet LeBron's your Space Jam.
I don't. This movie's not even out.
We're gonna set this table on fire.
Oh my god.
Oh, I forgot
So-
we were doing that.
Oh, let's not go to
Let's
sports.
do it.
Wait, are we gonna? We're on movies, so
We don't have a movie review.
okay. Hey, we went and saw Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
last
y'all can
weekend.
do that.
It was awesome.
We can do it in front of you.
Yeah, I don't care. By the time I go and watch it, I'll black everything out, and then I was waiting for y'all to do it in the message the other night.
Well, I
We
didn't
don't
want
want to be.
We don't want to be. I feel bad. Like I don't.
I don't feel bad.
You
It
really
was
don't
awesome.
miss much.
It was really,
you're gonna
really
see it.
good.
I don't think
Good.
there's anything that we could tell you that would be like, oh, you gave it away
True.
because it's a Marvel movie. It's
Yeah.
all like it's
And-
all good.
Marvelous.
And everything about this one,
cold in
everything
here.
it's based after everything's already happened too, so they can't like.
Everybody dies.
I will tell you, it's got some good comedy in it.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed having that much of Samuel L. Jackson in
Yeah.
the movie. He was great.
The part we can't say is the after the credits.
yeah. Was there one or two in credit scenes?
Too.
Two, but the second one was, yeah, I mean, it was just a little gimmick.
Yeah.
The first
It
one
was
had,
funny,
had
though.
you know,
Was it kind of
Stuff
like
in
the
it
the
that-
shawarma thing?
yeah, kinda. But
Um,
the first credit scene, I mean, it's like it plays into
So
the future.
Okay.
the cat was in the comics apparently. Did you
Yeah.
know that? I didn't know that.
What was it called? A floofer?
What did they call
I don't remember.
I don't know, but it was hilarious.
That cat was funny.
it?
The green guy, whatever, the leader or whatever, the main scroll.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
His comic relief in that movie turned the movie around for me. Not that it was going bad, but when he started making me laugh, I was like, all right, I'm in. I'm invested. And then the movie switched to 100% super bad.
So
Yeah, about a third of the way through, it got better.
the guy that plays him is great, and I think it's so you know the guy.
That's what Cassie said.
I think it's
She said that didn't even alter his voice.
No, yeah. So you know he was the his boss that he turned into, the guy in the suit with the glasses.
Right.
That's the actor, and
Yeah. She said
He's-
she knew him from something else too.
a bunch of stuff. He was
I didn't recognize him.
Mississippi Grind
Yeah.
with Ryan Reynolds. That's a good movie. It's hard to watch, but it is a good
I
movie.
mean,
He's been in
hard to
some
watch.
other stuff.
It's about,
Bloodline. He was in
it's about
Bloodline.
gambling, right?
Yeah.
They did in that movie. They did a wonderful job of making you ride the ride of a gambler, and it hurts. And it makes me never want to be a gambler in my life. Like people who live off of it though and
Right.
have problems with it.
Right.
Because you can put yourself on a list where you can't get in the casinos.
Yeah, like that
gamblers-
podcast Pat wanted us to listen to. 30 for 30.
Oh, is that what that's about?
One of them, well, Kelly's son is banned from every MGM property now.
Yeah. But did she do it to herself, or did she do something to get banned?
She could look at the back of certain kinds of cards where the little triangles change on the edge of them.
I know.
And tell she had like a 6% advantage over the casinos.
You got to listen to it. It's way too much for us to explain.
Okay, I'll check
but
it out.
it's definitely worth listening.
But how did they figure that out?
Did
she tell on herself?
They won like millions and millions of dollars, and they were trying to figure out how, because they weren't even touching the cards. They were sitting there, and it was Phil Ivey backing her pretty much.
I think they could easily do a movie about that, and it would be great. But you need to go listen to the podcast because it's awesome.
And that's the one you sent us?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And the casino didn't pay him. I think they owe him the money.
Yep. Well, they didn't
They
pay
went
him
to court.
the big pot.
It's $12 million.
Yeah, because they have to be able to prove that you're cheating to not pay you.
And they proved what he was doing. I mean, it wasn't
It's not cheating.
They weren't cheating.
He didn't touch the cards. He says, we outsmarted you guys.
And they're mad about it.
And he had to ask them, it's like, can we get a new deck of cards? And then when they got the ones they wanted, that the edge was a little different on one side than the other, they were like, can we keep these cards? These are lucky. And it's Phil Ivey, one of the most famous poker players in the world, so they didn't let him. It's like, your casino let me have these cards.
Mm-hmm.
Your casino, I didn't touch the cards. And they were taking money from casinos all around the world.
That's crazy.
Where were we? Take me back. Let's rewind.
We're still on Super
Round.
Captain
Yeah,
Marvel.
We went
Captain
to
Marvel.
Mississippi Grind
To gambling.
because that guy was a
I wanted.
scroll in the movie Captain Marvel.
Yeah. I wanted a bigger cheer for the Huntsville line. I was very
That was
disappointed
really cool.
that didn't get
Nick
more
Fury's
love.
from Huntsville.
Oh, really?
They're interviewing him, and Nick Fury, there's like, where are you from? Huntsville, Alabama. And everybody was like,
I started clapping, nothing happened.
and Cassie said, I told you. Because she did tell me the day before. It was
Yeah.
on the news.
They did put some stuff out on Facebook about him being Huntsville.
That's crazy.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Yeah. There were other movies I've heard it said in, but for him to be like, I'm from Huntsville, Alabama.
Shoot, should we play the movie review?
So we didn't get to watch Overlord because it was you had to pay for it.
Yeah, as soon as somebody said that, I just knew. I was like, nobody's going.
When we start getting all our ad revenue back in,
Yeah.
we'll start using that money to watch paid movies.
Everyone pick Netflix from now on.
Yeah, that'll make it easier.
Just so we can get sponsored by Netflix.
I don't think Netflix sponsors. I don't
Chill
think
out.
they have a problem.
Well, if we get the
It's in the
video
works.
aspect
Selling
in,
their
we could
there
sell
would
the
be
show.
a venue for this. Like if Netflix needs like a weekly.
I'm emailing.
They do
Netflix
have
right
weekly
now,
shows.
but-
Like,
Yeah, but they
Is
need a
that
weekly
Netflix
show
at
reviewing
gmail.com?
their movie of the week.
I think, given Netflix's track record on who they get and stuff, that us 5 white guys are definitely gonna get paid by Netflix.
Can I get one?
Oh,
I
sarcasm.
brought them for everybody
Sarcasm.
because I can't have any today. So.
Have you ever had a sarcasm orgasm?
Scoregasm?
I don't understand that.
A scargasm.
There we go.
Sargasm.
Explain yourself now.
I'm trying to think of what that could be.
So you don't have an explanation?
No, but I'm thinking of it because surely there is one.
Did you call it a scargasm?
Sarcasm.
Orgastic.
David, do you want to rate Overlord?
Shoot.
You get a good average.
Give it a 5.
5.5.
All right, then I'm going 1.
1.
Let's get this
No,
back
you
down.
can't if you haven't seen it.
Let's get this down to 3.
Are we gonna rate Captain Marvel?
I'll rate it.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
I thought as soon as it was over that I was thinking it was going to be the hype of just seeing it that made my
Yeah,
number high,
me
but
too,
I'm still thinking about it, and it's still pretty high.
And I will admit, my number was higher leaving than it was coming in. I was impressed.
Oh, you said predictions, and you gave it a 4 going in, right?
Yeah,
And I said it's probably like a 2, which is the best way to go to a movie.
for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, go in with 2 expectations on everything, and
You won't be.
you usually won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
And if you were disappointed, it was probably really funny in a really funny way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought it was going to be a 2. It's definitely a 1. No,
I would give it a 5.
agreed.
I'd go 4.5.
Yeah.
I'd go 4.
I'd give Infinity War a 5.
See, I would give it a 4.5.
Really, I'd give it like a 5.5. I loved that thing.
I didn't.
I'd say
I mean,
Infinity War was
movie, but-
equally as good as Captain Marvel to me.
No,
I just like the more focused movies. I like the character development. I like
Infinity War was
No,
the
I'm with you on
culmination
that. Yeah.
of 10 years of us
I know,
waiting,
and it was a
dude.
big thing. It was really, really cool. But I think it was like, for me personally, it's like you think you want to eat the whole tub of ice cream, and then you're like,
And you definitely do.
it was just like,
Yeah,
it's
I usually do.
too sweet, too sweet. Nah.
You talking about the big tubs or little tubs?
The pints.
Like a pint.
The
Like a
metaphor,
pint
you know
of
what I mean?
Ben and Jerry's, you know what I mean?
No, Infinity Wars was a gallon.
Yeah.
And if you ate the whole thing,
Did we just change our movie rating? To ice cream.
paint job. Cream on the
Who,
inside.
who drew in my area?
I don't know. Someone did mine too.
I don't appreciate that. And who messed up my smiley face?
Cassie,
I don't appreciate that.
tell her. She'll listen.
Cassie, I don't appreciate that.
What happened?
Ooh,
to
shots
it?
fired, Cassie.
Shots fired.
We got some. Jared and I got some feedback from Cassie this week.
About our last one?
Mm-hmm.
She loved Rexo Jeopardy, didn't she?
She texted Pat and I and said, just finish the episode, or what'd you say?
Just finished the pod, or something like that.
Patrick's like, let us have it. What is it? And she goes, why does something got to be wrong? It's like, why'd you tell us you finished it?
You didn't say, I loved that episode.
She said that she fast forwarded through all the poop talk because we talked about poop for entirely too
I
long.
did not realize how long we talked about
Yeah.
that till hearing it back.
Well,
Tish
I
thought
think
some of it was funny, though.
I thought most of it was fine except for Willie G's part about pooping
Yeah.
in a can. That was the only part that really messed with my,
the UPS truck.
made my face do this, like listening back. Oh, in the back of the truck. And then that one guy left it. It's like, that was terrible.
True story, though, you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta...
These are the kind of things you need to know about
Yeah.
your UPS driver.
Oh,
Tie that bag and
I
throw
forgot.
it.
He
Or
did tie the bag and he
mail
just
it.
left it
Cassie
in the
wanted
truck.
us to let everybody know when we're doing feces pieces.
Pieces.
Give him a warning.
Did I
next
say
time
that
you're
wrong,
gonna do-
Jerry?
Pat said, reminds me of Reese's Pieces. And she goes, well, you're saying it wrong. Feces pieces. That sounds grosser than all the talk we had
Yeah.
about it.
Moving on from poop.
She also told me I was wrong about the birds flying into a truck and that they were on a power line, and it was on the news later that another power line touched the power line they were on, and they all got shocked and died.
Oh.
But you're not the one that said you saw them hit the truck.
No, I saw the top comment
Yeah.
on the news story on Facebook, and it was said, I saw this morning. All these birds flew into a truck.
That dude's probably telling
And she
the
told you
truth.
you were wrong because you saw that.
She
Don't you
said-
love that.
No,
I
I
love when your wife does that.
No, she was just making sure we get it back to the audience that we
Oh, get the truth out. That
like. She called me. It wasn't even a text. She stopped the podcast and called me and goes, "Nuh-uh, that was like power lines." And I was like, "Okay, I'm working. I love you. Have a good rest of the day. What do you want me to do? Delete the podcast?
Yes.
no, just
I'll fix it on the next one.
redactions. You know what I mean? We don't wanna
Redaction.
mislead people. Isn't that what it's called?
Correction.
I thought it was
What's a
retraction.
redaction?
It's when it's like deleted.
Yeah,
from
when you black it
everything.
out.
Yeah.
Read it.
In the government documents.
What about retraction?
You remember in the
There
Retraction.
you go.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
looking for. Yeah, it's all redacted.
movie? Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not really retracting it. You're just correcting it.
No, I retracted.
Retracted is when you report
Completely
something
take it
false.
back.
I mentally take it.
The trial.
audibly take it back.
No, he didn't report something false.
I heard him say, "I saw those birds flying in that truck."
I synced it. I synced
It
it.
was an old lady too. Why would she make that up?
Some people just lie.
How's your
She wanted attention.
history piece coming?
Still working on it.
Okay.
Because I think I'm going to make a collection of interesting
Historical.
figures that did crazy stuff.
Cool. I like that.
Anybody want tickets to Endgame?
Yep.
Yeah, we were doing that.
It's early April, isn't it?
Can we sit in the same seats? Because
Is
those
it
are great.
April or May?
Those were
No, they
perfect
moved it
seats.
up.
It's
Great
April,
job on the
didn't they?
seats, man.
Hey,
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you.
Great row.
That was a great experience. So
Yeah.
we appreciate that.
Those
We
seats
miss
are
Dave, though.
more comfortable. I think they go back farther.
Yeah, I was out defending the public. And,
Someone's got to do it.
yeah. Oh, so
Too bad we don't have Captain Marvel to defend the public.
Yeah, well, if we did, she'd just leave.
My only complaint was
True.
the same thing about one complaint was just the way at the end it was. They really like. What are y'all doing?
Go ahead. I'm just talking. Also, Yeezys are sold out. I'm sad. Go ahead.
How did you say it? Well, I don't want to say it the way you said it.
Retraction.
Okay, well, you might bleep this out, but I said they real good at the end.
What do you mean?
Like at the end when
Just the way she was flying through all the spaceships.
yeah, like
and
you know
like,
when she came into her own,
no
it's just like they
competition,
showed
What she's
How
capable
powerful
of.
she
yeah,
was.
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and it was like
whoa.
Oh yeah,
like
I think
they
that
have
was
to
needed.
do that.
You
It's just
didn't-
it's
you
just
thought that was
funny.
That's some of
Good.
my favorite
Yeah.
parts.
Oh, it was definitely one of the coolest parts.
They did a good job with it. I don't know. It got to a point in the movie where it was like, I wanted a fight. Like you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
wanted her to like, which I'm kind of hoping that it's with the Hulk in the next one, honestly, now, after seeing that.
Well, a lot of
Yeah.
times that's what they do anyways. They
Yeah.
use the Hulk to show how strong somebody is.
or Thor.
Poor
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what,
I would
He was
say
the best.
the Hulk's in trouble if he wants to fight her.
to both
Not
Dave
yeah.
and the audience, watch Guardians of the Galaxy before you go see Captain Marvel.
Why?
I've seen them all.
Yeah, but it's just like because they had some characters in
Yeah.
there that
I had
Guardians of the
completely
Galaxy
forgotten.
was the most related movie in my opinion.
Yeah. It's amazing, though, how they tie all those
Who
little...
was in it?
I just watched
The-
both Guardians. I don't recognize.
Ronan, first of all,
Who's Ronan?
The guy with the
hammer guy, Hammer Time.
He's a Kree, right?
Oh yeah.
And then the black guy that was
Yeah.
on her team at the beginning was the
With
guy,
the-
same guy that was like Star Lord at the beginning when he's
Desmond
the Guardians of the
Hansu.
Galaxy.
Yeah, he's got
that
the
guy.
white-
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wait,
What did he say? What did he say about being happy? I'm always happy inside.
Yeah.
Except
I
for right
laugh
now.
on the inside.
I laugh on the inside.
They do that on every individual Marvel. Well, maybe not every, but when they do an individual superhero, they usually exaggerate their powers. They did it in Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, yeah.
When Thor came out,
Yeah.
and at the end started like mist with lightning and
And
thunder
it does
everything.
make for a great visual. Like they
Yeah.
did a great job on all her like visuals and the way the power was. You know, she'd glow. I thought all that looked awesome.
I nearly cried when she went through that spaceship.
It wasn't
I was like,
cheap at all. It looked. It looked
There's some good music too.
Get it,
for
girl.
sure. And like
Yeah.
when I say that's my complaint, it wasn't a complaint of like they did a bad job. It was like I just wanted like a fight, you know. But
Yeah.
I get it. It was a really good movie.
When talking about movies like this, it's like a lot of people on the internet will complain. It's like, you know, girl power and all that. But it's like, you know, you're talking about people with superpowers. And so when I read stuff like that, I'm like, y'all are being ridiculous. We're talking about
Yeah.
fake people with fake powers. There's
Yeah.
no reason that.
It blows my mind how they can make these things like almost political. You
Yeah.
know? Like
Oh, and they
this
do it
is
all the time.
Marvel. The Stan Lee thing at the beginning, that was cool.
Yeah.
Do you think they had they already? I guess they'd already filmed that scene.
I think they filmed,
He
you
filmed
know,
8, is
yeah.
what they said.
several.
because he
several.
knew. I
Yeah, he
guess.
knew his time was coming. So,
What did he die of?
Old
just old age.
being-
Yeah. I mean, he was like 98.
Yeah,
Dude,
he's old
every
as
time
dirt.
I see him, like I almost want to cry because it's just like, thank you so much.
Wasn't Brie Larson catching a lot of hate?
Well,
didn't
I-
see
Yeah,
it.
she. Yeah.
I thought she,
I was not
as
excited.
far as a superhero, like you were just saying, PG, it's like she's a superhero.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
she doesn't really have to act. I just want to see her powers. You know?
I still, the beginning of the movie, I thought she was kind of dull as an actress. Like she wasn't doing. Towards the end, it starts making sense why she was
Yeah.
acting the way she was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I thought she
She killed it.
killed it.
I've always liked her.
I was a little nervous, but then when you reminded me, I forgot she was in Scott Pilgrim versus.
I saw a funny thing about that. the
I
other
did
day.
too.
Scott Pilgrim dated Captain Marvel and then beat up Captain America and Superman.
Yeah, because they're
He
all.
did. He did.
Have you seen it?
I don't think so.
It's
Probably
good.
a long time ago.
It's
but-
Michael Cera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wants to
Yeah.
be Batman.
I didn't want to watch it at all, and I feel like maybe I went with you or something. I don't know, but someone was like, "Let's go see it," and I was like, but it ended up.
It's
being
one of
pretty-
my favorite
It's
movies.
a good movie.
It's like just one that I just have a lot of fun watching. You know, it's not a particularly good movie. It's just enjoyable.
It's one that'll just hook you because I didn't watch it intentionally. I just sat
Yeah.
down and it was on. I was like,
No.
oh, okay.
And you're locked in.
Yeah.
Because Michael Cera, when he plays those parts that are like for him,
Yeah.
he's great in.
Yeah.
But he's super typecast, unfortunately.
I read this week that Deadshot Idris Elba is replacing
Will Smith.
Which At first, I was kind of mad that they were switching characters. That always upsets me. I hate that.
When they do it right in the middle.
But that's not a bad switch.
Because DC fell apart.
And it wasn't like Will Smith. He wasn't bad or good in that movie to me.
No.
They didn't do a good job with that movie.
I think they could have gave that part to a nobody and saved that money and done it.
And
used
put
it
more money
else.
into the movie. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. That could relaunch DC.
Do we have a
I don't think so.
movie for this week?
You want to repick, Dave?
I can. I've got one that it should be because it's an older movie.
All right. Well, I'll check. I'll get that app up and double check.
Did you have a movie?
No. Go ahead.
Do y'all want to? Do y'all want to?
Well, you're the leader.
Rexo's so upset over here.
You can
Go ahead. Pick another.
I mean, you can.
No.
If I squandered my pick, I apologize.
No.
You can-
Go ahead. But future reference, you better make sure.
It was on the Netflix tab on my Fire Stick. That's how I watched it. So I don't.
That Fire Stick is funny though.
Yeah.
I've clicked on things before.
Fire stick sounds like a liar. Stick.
I can't believe you're gonna let him go.
Pants
again.
on fire stick.
What was vote? I mean,
No, I say everybody gets one.
Why don't we let them
Gets one mess up.
Yeah.
let them both pick and we pick which one we want to watch?
There you go.
Oh, I like that.
What if we both pick and then we have a who's better?
Oh,
Whose was better?
Let's
Okay.
2 movies. this
movie
week?
off?
Movie showdown.
Movie off.
Movie off.
Turn the movie off.
I just got a image of Zoolander.
It's a walk off. Well, do you have one, or you want to start looking?
I mean, I've got one. I was just making sure.
Do you think it changed?
It says
When
it's
he
on.
realized it was a movie off.
No. This
I challenge you to a movie off.
it says it's on Netflix.
We're just gonna give our audience 2 movies to watch this week because we messed up and we're sorry.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna.
I'm sorry that I have to apologize for Deputy Dave, but that's just how he is.
Just a sometimes. So this one is it's called Predestination, and it is about a agent of a time bureau. So,
I'm not seeing this on.
Can you go 15?
What's
Yeah.
it called again?
Okay.
yeah, no, but you can't go any further.
Predestination. I'm not seeing it.
$2.99 on Prime Video.
Right here, it says it.
Is
Netflix.
predestination one word?
Yeah, it's all one word.
I don't have it on Netflix.
Look,
Where's my Netflix at?
I've got the app open. It's not on there.
I'm not seeing it.
You need to find a new way to find movies.
well,
Are you on the Netflix app?
Explore titles related to predestination.
It's not on there, bro.
It's not on there, bro.
well, I give up then.
All right.
Predestination.
Rex says turn.
What the?
Shoot.
Okay, yeah, mine says it's on there, but not in America.
What? All right. So this week we're gonna fly to Europe to watch Predestination.
Field trip.
Well,
What's
I've
your-
got a movie.
All right,
let's
Rex.
hear it.
It's in Bruges.
I've seen
Oh
that.
my god.
You've seen it?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
we've all seen it.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've seen it?
Spell it. I haven't seen it.
It's a really good movie.
IN space BRUGES in Bruges.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell.
How is that on Netflix? That's way older than mine.
2008. After a job goes wrong in London, 2 hitmen are ordered to lay low at a bed and breakfast in Bruges until their boss contacts them. That's the whole thing. It's Colin Farrell. I highly recommend
And
putting the subtitles
Brendan
on.
Gleeson.
I
Yeah.
highly recommend putting the subtitles on because Colin Farrell's got an excellent Irish accent,
Who plays the boss?
and it's
I don't know who plays the boss.
Isn't
isn't,
it?
He's been in a bunch of stuff.
It's not
The other hitman's
Voldemort,
Hitman.
is it?
Mad Eye Moody
No.
from Harry Potter series.
the Mad Eye Moody.
Yeah. That's the only thing I
yeah.
can remember. him
I'm
from.
not seeing it.
It's on there.
You're not seeing it, or you haven't seen it? Bruges. Bruges, Belgium.
Yeah, it's Voldemort, right?
Yeah.
Ralphie.
Oh,
Ralph
okay, yeah. I was thinking somebody else.
Fiennes.
Sands.
Yeah, that is Voldemort.
Ray Fiennes.
Jordan Prentice.
Okay.
Cassie and I watched it last week.
I was on my kid's profile and I couldn't find it, so I switched to my profile and it popped up.
Not a kid-friendly movie.
No, not a kid
No.
movie. Not really.
I figured this would tie our love of shoot 'em ups with our love of actual movies.
It's a good blend.
Yeah.
I don't remember how I found that movie. I've seen it a bunch of times, but
I think I had it on DVD for a while.
When my brother saw it, he would not shut up about it. Dude, you need to watch it. It's so good.
yeah.
I've seen it like 27 times already.
I watched it once. That's
not
enough.
how he talks.
I've seen it a few. I watched it somewhere around the same time I found like Snatch and Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Snatch.
You've seen
Really-
Lock, Stock?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's.
I
I
love-
almost picked that over Mowgli.
It's a good movie.
It
I
just
would've-
came out on Netflix a while back.
Oh, did it?
Mhm.
I'll have to watch it. I love everything Guy Ritchie does. I'll watch it all. I even went and watched the new King Arthur. I didn't care that it wasn't that great. I thought it was okay.
It had a lot in common with the new Robin Hood, like just the way it was filmed.
See, and I still think I would like Robin Hood, even though it got.
Yeah, it got trashed in the reviews, but
Yeah.
by the critics.
I love those really fast-paced movies.
Yeah.
Like Snatch blew my mind. You know what I mean? That's just an awesome. It's my favorite
Yeah.
Brad Pitt movie, probably. You like Doug's?
Dags.
You like Degs?
Troy.
Oh,
You can't
Troy
understand a
is-
word he says in that movie.
it's impressive. He says, what did he say about the Periwinkle Blue on the mobile home or whatever they called it?
2008 was a fun year for movies.
So you graduated high school.
Me too.
Have y'all watched the 2000s, the documentary on Netflix?
No,
There's
I
a
want to.
1990s too.
And
And
80s and 70s.
I haven't done
Is
that.
80s
I've
and
only
70s on
watched the
there,
2000s.
Is it good?
We'll have to start.
It is.
When's it start?
And it's
Maybe
it's
a 60s too.
crazy how much good television like we've had. Like,
Yeah.
they start showing y'all these shows. It's like, man, there's a lot of good shows
Oh,
that we
yeah.
got.
Well, you can't, even now, you can't even watch them all, It's like, I have no reason to complain about not having things to watch because I watch TV some. I mean, I wouldn't say a lot, but I've never even watched Game of Thrones.
What?
I know. That's one of the ones I want to
Are we
watch.
gonna have
but
Game of Thrones not after podcast?
Yes.
Cool.
We can watch it at my house and come right out here and talk about it. Sunday nights. Oh.
Table of Thrones.
Door Table of Thrones. Hold the door.
Hold the
But
door.
even just like on Netflix,
Hold on.
you think about, all the things you watch on Netflix.
We're going to
and-
be rich.
Are we?
No.
Hold the door table of Thrones. Reasons why LeBron is better than Jordan. Number one, field goal percentage. LeBron 50%, Jordan 49.7.
Watch out.
Rebounding,
That could
LeBron
change.
7.2, Jordan 6.2. Assist, LeBron 7, Jordan 5.3.
I know. People have been making that argument a lot, and that makes me mad.
If you
because
look at the point difference,
Don't
per
interrupt
game,
me. I only have 99 more to go.
Okay.
Wow.
Can we
3-point
address
field
them
goal.
Can we address them one by one?
No, 3-point field goal percentage. I just had a little stroke. LeBron 34.2, Jordan 32.7. I don't know what this means. Box minus plus
Just
plus
skip
minus.
to the part of where you talk about rings.
Oh, you just keep saying that so we can let the listeners decide if it's worth all these other
And
things.
the fact that it took LeBron way more games to pass Jordan than what it did Jordan to reach his amount
Yeah,
of points.
to be honest,
But he's
LeBron's
also-
points per game is significantly lower than Michael Jordan's.
Triple doubles, LeBron 52, Jordan 28. Effective field goal percentage, whatever that means, 53.6 to 50.
I bet you LeBron was better at defense than Jordan.
Mhm.
True shooter, LeBron 58, Jordan 56.
No? No?
No.
Size.
They don't.
Let's hear it.
You guys weren't listening to me, so I
How
had to-
tall is LeBron? Like
Like
actually,
6'9" or 10.
79,
because
He's
he's
substantially
significant.
taller
7'9" or
than
79 inches.
79 or
Because
89
Jordan
feet.
was 6'6", 7, 6.
You got a phone.
The problem is when you look up LeBron's height, I'm pretty sure it's not right.
He won't tell. He hasn't told anybody since he said
Rexo
Yeah, it
is
says he's
leaving.
6'8", but I
not
think he's
6'8".
taller than that.
that was the last time he. What did he say? He said, "I don't care how tall I am, just as long as I'm as tall as Jordan or something." And then after that, he never really talked.
But I
about it.
think Jordan elevated the people around him better
Yep.
than LeBron.
I
And-
think-
LeBron, listen, let me just start with this. I love LeBron.
Yeah.
I've watched him play. He's amazing. What he does with the teams that he has is amazing. What he does beyond basketball is amazing. He's an amazing basketball player. But he's not better than Jordan.
So okay,
He's not better than Kobe, in my opinion.
He's definitely better than
I
Kobe.
definitely think he's better than Kobe. But okay, so my argument or my question is, you put LeBron on Jordan's, was it 96, 98?
Well, like in their prime.
Yeah, you put him on that team. How does LeBron do on the Bulls?
Terrible.
He smashes everybody. The same as
LeBron
Michael
invented
did.
the super teams. Like,
No, he didn't.
he pretty much did.
Jordan's team was a super team.
don't
Yeah,
think-
thank
No,
you.
Scottie Pippen was good, but he didn't have.
Scottie Pippen was great. You
How-
were sitting
how
there
said-
saying Scottie Pippen's better than LeBron.
When-
and you
I
can't
didn't say that.
Houck said that.
Oh, okay.
Which
So,
hurts your
don't you put
Jordan.
that on me.
That kills your Jordan argument because
Yeah.
now two of your greatest players are better than LeBron are on the same team.
That's not my argument. Look. If you're going to argue that whoever has the most rings is a better player, that's not it.
Yeah, what did I say? Who
The
has
impact
Bill?
player.
11?
You have
Yeah.
to be an impact player.
I'm talking about the legacy that Jordan left behind. Now LeBron's off the court legacy where he's building schools and doing all
Yeah,
kinds of stuff
he's
for
a
his
good
community.
dude.
It's hard for me to pick the greatest of all time just because I was young when Jordan was playing.
Yeah.
all of us were.
Yeah, I was the other night talking about this.
yeah.
Like I remember seeing games, but I definitely don't. You know, when at that age, you don't
Stab
realize.
wound.
I was still young. I think I just don't know enough about the basketball knowledge and stuff like that to
Oh, I definitely
get into
don't.
it. Shut up. But I think it's a lot easier to say who's the best of this era.
Oh, hands down, LeBron.
Well, yeah, right now.
What era though?
Yeah,
I mean, there was Jordan, and then Kobe, and then LeBron, and then
Yeah.
Steph Curry is like. I think Steph Curry is better than LeBron.
I do not. I would not. I would take LeBron on my team every day over Steph. I wouldn't. Steph Curry's not even my first point guard pick.
Who's your first point guard pick on?
John Wall, all day, every day.
Oh my
Have you seen that boy play ball? Oh my God! You put him on a team.
He's on a team.
No, like a team. You know what I mean? Get out of Washington, bro. Come on.
I think my point guard's Nate Robinson.
He's a solid pick. He's not my third or fourth
Not really.
either, though. It goes.
I would pick LeBron over Steph, but Steph would be my second, and then KD.
What if the three of them were on a team?
They would hate it. They would be miserable.
But would they win?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they would.
I think that's easy to break apart because I think you're talking about three guys that are used to seeing the ball well over 33.333% of the time.
Not because they want it.
Yeah, but-
because they have to.
True. Steph's debatable.
Trust
but
me, LeBron. He tries to get his teammates involved,
well,
but he can't.
That's why I hate that assist argument. Everybody's like, "Well, LeBron's just a big old ball hog." It's like, no, he's not. He's got, and you
No,
want
he's
to talk
definitely not.
about ball hogs. It's like, I mean, Jordan was up there, you know, and I don't think it's bad.
But Jordan wanted it when the game was on the line.
Yeah, and I think that there's a reason
So does
that
LeBron.
was that way. And I'll tell you, you can't calculate that stat either. The number of times Jordan.
Let's calculate it.
Still the number of
The number
times
of game-winning shots.
He just
Yeah, buzzer
reached in
beaters.
deep and was like, "Nah, we're winning." You know,
Well, that was the problem with him and Steve Kerr was Jordan would take the shot when he was double teamed and Steve Kerr was wide open, but he would still make the shot.
Yeah.
So
yeah. How do you argue with that?
Plus, Jordan, he'd play in the finals with the flu, and
yeah,
he was a hard.
Did he really put up 60 with the flu?
LeBron-
That wasn't
Yeah.
the flu. That was a hangover.
LeBron. he flops, man. LeBron flops,
Everybody does now.
and he's a
though.
little.
yeah.
Hey,
No, I know what you mean though. Like I love LeBron, I do, and I still think that there's an argument there that he is maybe the best.
Just the last NBA Finals, like as soon as they lost, he's like, "I had a broke hand." It's like, dude, okay, you got a broke hand, but
I wouldn't have
don't
said
do
it.
it at the end of the news conference at the end of the game. Come on,
Yeah,
according to ESPN,
ESPN.
that's been,
I wasn't gonna say it.
That's been
Yeah, they have a podcast also, 30 for 30. I don't know if you heard of it.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, we've been talking about it.
LeBron has already hit 5 buzzer beaters calculated as go-ahead shots in the final 5 seconds of the fourth quarter in or overtime. Postseason career
finals, and
finals.
playoffs.
So this isn't like a total.
No,
Jordan's hit 2 more than Jordan did in his 15 seasons.
yeah, but I see. You can calculate that stat, but you can't calculate how many times Jordan came in the fourth quarter, which LeBron's done it too. I'm not taking that
Also,
away from him.
LeBron's been to 9.
Wait, so y'all don't like Kobe
Finals.
at all?
Dude, I like Kobe.
Because that
but-
was our age. That was.
I know. But see, for me,
When he would get on, and you
That's
could just,
the problem,
you could
though.
just
He
see
would
it.
be off a lot, though. He
Yeah.
would be off for games.
I think
and games
LeBron
at a
was my
time.
age.
Where do you put Dwayne Wade in that argument? Is he even considered?
LeBron is my age.
I mean, he's good, but he's
what I think.
Yeah, but I'm talking about when you were like kids watching basketball.
So when Dwayne Wade and Shaq got together, Kobe, I was just like, all right, Kobe, you're over here now. I'm gonna watch this because that was a great era in basketball.
Yeah.
Dwayne Wade and Shaq was.
I was a Shaq fan before
Yeah.
Kobe.
You like Dwayne Wade better than LeBron?
No, I didn't say that.
Didn't Wade and Bron come in the same time? Same draft?
No,
Yeah. Are they the same age?
I don't know, but
I think they came in the same year.
Carmelo Anthony and LeBron.
And Wade.
So my question with all of this was, okay, out of all these potential number one picks, who do you respect the most? Like as a professional and
who's
individual?
that guy with the beard?
Harden?
Yeah.
You respect him the most?
Dude, I'm a beard respecter.
Harden is something else, man. He's
yeah, but
good.
his defense is
look up his defense highlights.
non-existent.
Or anti-highlights, really.
I know what you mean. Like, I don't know. That's hard for me because he is amazing. But when you – and it's not that he's bad at defense. It's that he just lets them go. And
You got to save all your energy for offense. That's where you get points.
I can't believe y'all don't like Kobe.
I never said I didn't like Kobe.
I don't think y'all know about basketball.
I know everything about everything.
Do you know who Pete Maravich is?
Pistol
Yeah.
Pete.
That's my number one.
When I was a kid watching him, just floated down the court in short shorts.
See, I grew up watching Bill Russell.
He was good.
He's got 11 rings. Did y'all know that?
Yeah, it's an insane amount.
Our group chat had me doing some pretty weird research.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, how do
But
you
it was a different time.
Yeah.
And it was a
for
lot
sure.
easier to win.
Well, and you talk
Oh,
about,
come
you know,
on.
most points in a game being,
Obviously.
what is it, 100 and something?
What?
The record for points in a game? Doesn't
That's
Wilt have
Wilt
like
Chamberlain
have
like,
100 and
He's got 100 plus.
yeah, you can't. That's not getting broken.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how do you break that?
Kobe nearly did it.
No, he didn't.
He was 10 buckets away.
He got 81 points.
That is insane.
It was amazing.
Did they win that game though?
Pure May.
Yes.
Of course. The other team couldn't have scored or could have scored
He
none.
couldn't have had time to score. He's too busy with the ball. You know. That's insane. 81 points.
Let's watch that as a movie one night,
Kobe get 81.
1 week. That'll be Pat's movie. You have to watch the Kobe 81 game.
Revisit this. I don't know how much the personal argument matters, but I like the person that LeBron is a lot better than the person Michael Jordan was.
Me too.
Me too.
What?
Also like Steph Curry.
Which I
Michael
don't
Jordan
know
was.
if Michael has really done anything off the court that I know about. I know he
No,
makes
because
a
there
lot of money
wasn't
off them
social
shoes.
media and or anything
He was
like
a,
that.
he was a
That's true.
gambling addict.
Isn't there some like debate out there that his dad died because of?
His dad was a gambling addict.
No,
Yeah.
his dad was carjacked. That's how his dad ended up dying.
Yeah, but weren't there some stories about like
I think they tried to play it into gambling
Michael
and
Jordan?
Stuff, yeah.
Russell told me a lot of stuff about Michael Jordan's dad last week, and I didn't listen to any of it. I wish I had now. You know, when he talks, you just have to think of the next subject.
I did love the who wins in a game of horse question because I think Michael wins.
Against Russell?
Yes, against
That was really stupid because it's just like,
No,
I'm going to dunk. Here you go. Here's the ball.
Or you take Duncan off the table, right?
Yeah, take Duncan off.
Well, I asked Russell, I was like, do you consider every part of a layup something you have to repeat? And he's like, yeah, if you call it. And I was like, well, Michael or LeBron beat both of us anytime
Yeah,
because
you,
they
just you don't let them go first.
go between their legs.
twice.
So you miss one shot ever. If you just miss one shot, it's over.
If you take all that off the table and it's just shooting, Russell still doesn't get a letter on either of them.
Foul shots, though? I mean, we just read that LeBron was 50 and Jordan's 49.
I don't think Russell's 30.
Yeah, but all he has to make is 5.
I'll take Shaq in
Yeah,
free throws.
Yeah, LeBron's just gonna back up to almost half court and take a jumper.
I miss seeing Shaq play.
Yeah,
He's
And
the
rap.
best. He was such an influence
That's
to the.
what the NBA's missing right now is Shaq.
Speaking of Shaq rapping, that made me think of our playlist. What are y'all doing?
What do you mean?
Like, he slapped 2 in a row, and then you
Because
slapped.
y'all wouldn't do anything.
Well, text us about it. Don't slap for us.
What are we talking about?
He
What?
slapped out of order, but I slap after him. So
We got a Spotify playlist that we've had for about a year.
Oh.
We take turns and we text each other a slap, like slap
about-
emoji.
No inside jokes, remember.
It's not inside.
what about that
Inside
goat talk?
story.
What?
What about that goat talk?
I'd heard that already. I listened to the whole
I
T-Pain
know.
album the day it came out.
Is the whole thing good?
No.
I love T-Pain though.
It's hard to listen to a T-Pain album all the way through.
What?
Trust me. You get tired of that auto-tune.
Yeah,
Alright,
you
so
do.
I guess
I've listened to every T-Pain
I
album.
guess we're done with basketball. Michael Jordan's better than LeBron. Well, let's move on.
Agreed.
Okay.
He's the real GOAT.
T-Pain.
Oh, winked with the wrong eye.
Is that a thing?
Michael Jordan's the best.
You're a bad winker.
What? Better than Cyclops.
He's a blinker.
Y'all use blinkers
Yes.
Absolutely.
every time?
Every time.
Jeff told me that blinkers
do.
were for when you need to let someone know you're coming over.
It's true.
But
You only have to use your blinker if your turn is going to affect a vehicle behind you.
he's using blinker. He's not using blinkers going down the parkway fast, just switching lanes. And I'm like, you're not even blinking, bro.
Yeah. Well, if it doesn't matter.
Yes, it
If
does.
you're not gonna hit 'em, it
Use
don't
your
matter.
blinkers, dude.
Listen, if I'm going real fast, not illegally,
If I'm doing exactly the speed limit,
and everybody else for some reason is doing 20 under it,
Then they are wrong.
then they're wrong. I don't have to use my blinker.
in that situation, sure. If
I should.
everybody's going 20 below the speed limit, I'm okay with you not using your blinker. But
What-
that's never going to happen.
What's the closest you ever came to reaching under your seat, pulling out your gun, and killing someone in traffic?
Never been there.
Never gotten close.
Really? Never.
I've been sitting there.
To kill somebody, y'all? Come on.
Nah, pop a tire. You just pop a
This
tire.
is
Oh,
actually
no.
great talk because I got something for you.
No, I've been sitting waiting to pull out before, and
That's what she said.
I had a. Hey, where's our whisper thing? We hadn't done that in a long time.
We hadn't done any bites today. I mean, yeah, we did a few.
Hey, did you get your internet fixed?
No. I'm still working on that
I
dial.
really enjoyed him not because as soon as it hit, I was like, "Oh, that's a good soundbite." The confusion from Russell was just like, "Yes."
I've been sitting waiting to pull out, and a car's coming. I'm like, all right, I got it after this car. But they were turning where I was sitting.
Oh.
And they didn't use a blinker. And then after they had turned and came in, I'm mad at them, looking at them like, are you serious? You didn't use a blinker? And then it closes back up. I can't get out for another 10 cars. I want to back up and track them down and shoot their blinker off the steering column or something. You're not going to use it anyway. Maybe
That
not murder.
is-
Maybe murder's.
People with bumper stickers have a higher likelihood to commit road rage acts of violence.
You know how many bumper stickers I have?
I know. That's why it doesn't surprise me that you're the closest out of all of them.
Actually, when I got my carry permit, I had my pistol on my hip every day for probably 3 or 4 months. I was so excited to have a carry permit finally.
Yeah, I remember.
And then it was one day in traffic, things got a little heated, and I put my hand on my pistol on my hip, and I was like, I'm leaving this home tomorrow. I'm not bringing this anymore. I'm not going to go to jail because I can't control my emotions in traffic. So I haven't brought
Good
it to
for
work
you.
anymore. I mean, I still got it on me.
The only time I've ever been like worried about it was I was pulling out on a road and there's this truck coming and it was going fairly slow, like a redneck beater truck. And so I pull out and gas it and accelerate at a pretty good rate. And this guy honks and starts flicking me off and stuff. So I flick him off and he just pulls up and starts riding my. I'm just like,
That's when I slow down.
I don't slow down because I don't want to piss him off anymore. But it's like the fact that you speed up to catch me because you didn't like the fact that I pulled out when if you would have just kept your speed that you were going, you wouldn't even gotten near me. Pisses me off. And it was like a beater truck, rednecks in it, two rednecks, and I'm like, these guys
'Cause you're outnumbered.
are the
I got you.
outnumbered, and they're like, they looked crazy.
You don't get,
Who had more to lose? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
are you a redneck?
No,
Are you a hillbilly?
I don't like how you're slinging that word around.
more hillbilly than redneck.
Uh-huh.
You know the difference
Yeah.
between a redneck and a hillbilly?
I feel like I'm going to have to bleep this, but go ahead.
What did he say? I can't
Have you seen
remember.
Ozark?
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole
What is he? What is the
spiel.
difference? What does he say?
A redneck and a hillbilly were walking down a country road talking about the Garden of Eden. The redneck says that God had no right to kick Adam and Eve out of the garden, for if he was good, why would he keep them from eating the forbidden fruit? And the hillbilly just nods his head and continues walking. And the redneck drank as he walked, and he finished his whiskey bottle and threw it to the side, and the hillbilly just frowned and shook his head at him. Redneck says, "Judge not, lest ye be judged." The hillbilly just frowned and shook his head again. He goes, "Judgeth twice, and you sinneth doubly. And at that point, God smites down the redneck, and the hillbilly, always quiet and diligent in his work, digs a grave for the redneck and fashions a headstone out of the whiskey bottle and continues on his way. Basically, rednecks talk a lot of shit.
That was a long...
It was a long
Long way around.
Now you know.
And knowing is half the battle.
My nose itched.
Yeah, use your hand.
Are you a redneck?
Yes.
You're a redneck?
Yeah.
I don't see that.
I don't either.
And a hillbilly.
No, you got to be
You gotta
one or
pick
the
one or
other.
the other.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
yes,
you
you
do.
do.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
Yes, you do.
No, you
He's
don't.
a city boy, so he don't know.
How long can we go?
City boy.
Why'd y'all stop?
You shitty boy.
Sheedy.
Didn't you go to a city school?
No.
Hartselle is a city.
With less people in it than the school you went to. And first of all, you didn't live in no country.
First of all,
I done raised on the farm.
what'd you raise? Dad
Everything.
got chickens in you.
And pigs and cows and goats and gardens and...
You go slower, I'll play the noises.
They do have all those things.
I thought of an animal last time that I didn't have, and I forgot what it was. Forgot what I was supposed to download.
Dang.
The dodo bird?
I don't know if anyone has that audio.
What about the elephant bird?
I got that.
This ought to be good.
No?
Yeah, it's got to be it. Makes the most sense.
Can you imagine hearing that in the woods?
Well, how did they know what a T-Rex sounds like?
They don't.
They don't.
They do.
They don't even know what it looks like,
They
to
do.
be honest.
Oh, by the way, I was looking for Overlord last night. Just one more shot. I was checking all my apps on my TV. The new Jurassic Park is on HBO right now, and it's awesome.
I need to check that out. I never saw it.
We rented it when it first came out.
I don't like the Jurassic Park movies.
What's that other one on HBO
man.
right now? There's one on
Like the
HBO.
Jungle Book. He doesn't like.
I don't know. I just think they're silly.
Pat, what's that movie, that new one on HBO just came out recently? Cassie and I just watched it also.
I don't know.
What was it about?
Everybody pause, I'll look it up. I can't remember it all.
How do you not like Jurassic Park?
They're talking about Westworld.
They're just
Like when
Oh,
you
it's a
think of
movie.
your childhood movies,
Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter.
The Goonies.
Like those two are.
And you thought
and-
you don't
and-
like Jurassic Park because it's silly,
Yes.
but Harry Potter. And
It.
I like Lord of the Rings.
I do like
It's-
Lord of
it-
the Rings.
yeah, I'm not gonna go with silly on Lord of the Rings, but
About once a year, I watch all of them. Just
see
to
the
get it
Harry
out of the
Potter
way.
thing not interesting to me.
Favorite
Well, I
character.
read them. Like those were the first
Yeah.
books I've read.
Who's your
Like I
favorite
read as a
character?
Fair
kid
going.
that I love.
Separate
Really?
conversations, guys.
Like, so my problem with Jurassic Park is it like has this whole serious kind of aura to it. It's like, but
Yeah, it's dinosaurs. They'll kill
ridiculous.
you.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, who would make
on,
these
man.
dinosaurs in real life?
But you love
If
Marvel
you
movies.
could
I think
go-
if I could,
Yeah,
I
but they
would.
don't.
Harry
They don't
Potter.
pretend to be serious. You know what I mean?
If you could go to a park where you could see dinosaurs,
We
I would
boycotted
not
zoos.
go. Would not go.
yes, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
That's a lie.
I would go.
Yeah, we quit. We quit zoos. Remember?
We did
No,
quit zoos,
we
but if
quit-
they put
but-
dinosaurs in one, you'd see
I'm
me
gonna
there.
go at least once.
Yeah, but the
in
new
boycott.
Jurassic Parks are we go through the cages to see the dinosaurs. They're not caged.
Yeah, they live on an island, right?
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
And the
Hey, that was
island
your- that was
blows
your
up.
idea for a zoo.
right?
yeah.
And the new one.
The
And so-
volcano explodes.
So then they're like, let's get the dinosaurs off this island and bring them
to another
us.
island, but they
They don't. They
plot
don't
twist. They go
All right,
somewhere
plot
else.
twist.
Skyscraper.
I'll have to check it
Dwayne
out.
The Rock
I
Johnson.
watched
Is
Jurassic
it good?
World, the first reboot. It wasn't
Is it good?
bad, but it's just silly to me. I watched it and it's just something I can't enjoy because I can't
get
take it.
You can't get into
serious.
everything.
Yeah,
Yes,
like
you can.
Tarzan
I
or
do.
the Jungle Book.
yeah, like Tarzan and the Jungle Book.
Y'all ever have that experience? This makes me so mad, but Tish will like start a movie that she wants to watch. I'm not interested in, but she'll go to sleep. And I have a condition where I can't not finish a movie unless you kill a dog.
But you watched.
Yeah, but I wanted to see this dog didn't. The one in Polo didn't seem like it was gonna get its retribution. You knew John Wick was gonna avenge that dog, but I have to finish the movie. So I've finished so many movies in my life that she'll start.
Any girl movies you care to
Oh
share?
yeah. Well, I'm trying to.
To all the pretty little boys I've ever loved.
No, actually, I watched that without her. Ironically.
You ever see Sierra Burgess is a Loser?
No. Is that good?
I think I did see that.
That was almost my movie.
So, like, one of the TV examples was she started that terrible show. The kid kills herself. And
13
then,
hours.
Yes. Yep. Hours?
A Million Words
Notes.
or something like that.
Something. It was tapes.
I don't know.
Reasons.
13 Reasons
13
Why.
Reasons.
Oh, yeah. 13 hours was the.
Yeah, James Franco.
Yeah.
No.
The 72.
13 hours was the military
Oh, yeah.
movie.
That was 127 hours. A large hour difference there.
Have y'all seen that?
No.
13
I
Reasons
will
Why?
not watch
No.
it either.
But like I get so invested, like I need to know how these things end, and by the time the whole thing was said and done, I just felt terrible.
So you have a problem where like you start something, you have to finish it, right? Like, would you say like that? Like you can't.
I don't think that's a problem.
Yes.
No, but I mean, like with movies
for
and
you.
stuff, and TV shows, it's like I'll watch 2-3 episodes and I'll be like, all right, well, this is bad.
So you can do that.
Yeah,
I
if it's
can.
bad,
I can too.
I can too.
Prime example, which this one I did finally quit, but it was that stupid Australian mermaid show.
I watched every episode.
How?
Australian Mermaid.
I got a thing for mermaids.
Tidelands.
Oh
That's
my
what it was
God.
called.
Oh, that's not the one.
Are
I want.
mermaids real?
Apparently, they're
They're ancient
witches
humans.
too.
Y'all believe in aliens, so you might as well.
No,
Mermaids are not real.
No,
It's
don't do
completely
that.
different.
Don't do that.
So aliens are real, but mermaids are not.
Yes.
And neither are dinosaurs.
And unicorns.
All right, you're being ridiculous.
Y'all just don't even understand how the world works.
Yeah, y'all don't. Y'all can stick your head in the sand if you want.
Like a dinosaur,
Ostrich.
ostrich, elephant bird.
Have y'all seen the meme about how the camel was created?
Hmm.
And there's a picture of an ostrich running really fast that runs into the back of an ostrich, and then they have two humps. And
You messed that up.
I'm not sure if you know how life works.
he's seen it.
I've synced it.
Okay.
The ostrich ran to the back of a camel.
No, into the back of another ostrich.
Cassie, bring me your maps
And so now
of
it's got two
the
humps.
way Americans say different things.
Oh, that was the tribe.
No, I said bring it to me.
It's the tribe.
Okay, never mind.
We'll cut that.
Oh,
Next.
it's on a map.
I don't have a map.
It's on the phone. I don't know where my phone is.
Okay.
How do I find this?
What are you drinking out
She
of? Is
just
that a
told you
paper
what it
straw?
was on.
Do you guys say 18-wheeler, semi-truck, or tractor-trailer?
18-wheeler.
Jinx.
That was our area.
I just say semi.
Yeah.
That's the west, Midwest to the west.
Like Texas?
Oh, by the way,
Yeah, like
this
Arkansas,
This is
I'd
my
love.
area.
I think it
to
depends on
draw
who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
And you ruined my smile.
Like y'all,
I
if I'm
definitely
talking to
say
y'all, it's going to be
18
18-wheeler. But if I'm talking to somebody from work,
It
it's
is?
Who says
semi-truck.
tractor trailer?
I say tractor-trailer
Yeah.
sometimes, but
yeah,
18-wheeler
that's
is
his
the number
space. You
one
can
for me.
use his
What's a
space,
full
but
truck?
This is my space.
A what?
What's a full truck?
I like that.
What you drive would be a truck.
So the bigger trucks are a semi truck.
Yeah.
They should be more like double trucks.
Yeah. I didn't make up the word, Patrick.
I'll make it go from left to right. Hold on, let me try that. Where's my pen?
Wow.
Was that pretty cool?
That's pretty cool.
Very cool.
I couldn't hear it because I was doing it.
What do you call it when it doesn't have the trailer behind it? Do you still call it an 18-wheeler?
Maybe that's just
That's
a
a semi truck.
That's a good point.
Interesting.
14-wheeler? How many wheels are back there?
There's at least
10-wheeler?
yeah.
I asked Cassie why we don't call cars 4-wheelers, and she goes, that's a different thing. And I was like, oh, yeah. I really forgot about 4-wheelers before it came out of my mouth.
So you don't call them quads?
Mm-mm.
I feel like a quad is.
Let's do this. This is
something
gonna be
different.
fun.
Like you've got like a Foreman, that's a 4-wheeler, and then like a
So,
Raptor would be a
From
quad.
what I understand,
There
it's
you
like a quad is,
for racing.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
2-wheel drive, and a 4-wheeler is like a more utility.
Welcome, Cassie. Tell us the things.
Okay, how do y'all describe, or what's the word you use to describe the bugs that light up in the summertime?
go. Lightning bug.
Lightning
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 bugs.
Okay, so the whole entire western section of the country calls them fireflies.
Oh, I forgot about that.
With the exception of
Boston.
a tiny little section of New York City who also calls them fireflies. The one that that was most interesting to me that I never considered was the contraption that you drink water out of. The button that you press in
A water
public
fountain.
places.
A water fountain.
Like that has pretty much divided the country.
A bubbler.
Um,
A bubbler?
okay, so yeah, apparently a tiny section of Minnesota.
Calls it a bubbler?
Minnesota,
Minnesota, a
And
tiny
basically
section.
Canada.
Get you a sip off the
They're also
bubbler.
afraid
The
of the
bubbler,
dark.
and then a random section of Connecticut also calls it the bubbler.
We're going to get to the bottom of this. You thinking Canadians are afraid of the dark.
I'm telling you, it's a true thing.
They are.
Who says
Why
that?
would they be afraid of the dark?
Because they have to like live 30 days in the dark during the wintertime.
They're
So
afraid
they're
of
probably,
vampires.
they're probably better at it than we are.
Vampires like the
You know
North.
that's only a little bit away from the United States. Are you talking about?
That's why
like-
there's a line to separate us from them. 'cause
Yeah.
We're not a bunch of.
God, y'all. What are y'all doing?
Wow.
America.
Oh,
That's why there's a line. It's afraid of the dark and not afraid of the dark.
Feared and not feared.
That's the only reason we drew that line there.
the kind of shoes that
We're not rednecks.
And they talk funny.
that Deputy Dave and
tennis shoes.
Sneakers.
They're not sneakers. You're just saying that.
They're sneakers.
Yeah, but how is tennis shoes spelled, and is it one or two words?
Two, isn't it?
I mean that's.
I say it as one.
debatable.
Tenna shoes. All one word.
Tennis shoes.
Tennis
There's
shoes.
no Y in there.
Decided that the-
Tenny shoes.
Teeny. Teeny shoes.
But the main thing we had talked about the other day was those incredibly large vehicles that carry.
Semi-truck.
Tractor trailer.
18-wheeler.
I changed lanes.
You guys have all quoted the different. Those are the three options for the United States.
You weren't here. We
Big
just,
rigs.
We just did that part.
Oh, you already did it.
That's the one I could remember.
Oh, well,
You don't got to cuss.
I didn't. I just said.
That's a
Um,
place.
I know. I still don't. Is
Canada
that-
doesn't get dark for
is that a
30 days,
dimension?
does it?
Thank- no.
I don't
No,
think
that's
It's
like
not.
it's real north. Like when you get
Yeah.
closer to the North Pole.
Yeah.
My
it's
guess
like
would be
Alaska.
Canadians are probably scared of the dark because there's wolves and like lots of
Did y'all see that
mean
thing
stuff
where
up
they're
there.
they're dropping Canadian wolves into Michigan to deal with the moose population?
Isn't that crazy?
Or they were trying to
about that.
reintroduce them, but I
But-
didn't know that's what they where they were putting them.
Did y'all see that video of that moose walking down the street?
No.
No.
No,
Those things
they're huge.
You have to
are
be
like
more
the size of an
specific.
elephant.
No.
And I'm
It's
not-
not the size of an
They
elephant.
are huge.
They're the
They're
size.
massive,
The,
though.
the size of a horse
They're
or
horse
bigger.
sized.
Oh,
They're
bigger
bigger
than
than
a
They're
horses.
bigger than a horse, but smaller than
Man,
an
if you
elephant.
if you could train them to ride them, that'd be like my ideal steed.
They are crazy big.
We saw one in Colorado on a ski
I would
lift.
not want to run across one by
And
any
it-
means, but
That's a cow.
The
That's what
feeling
the
of
female
like
mooses are called.
What's plural moose?
inferiority
Nice.
was insane.
Meese.
Because you see, it's just this big old, and he was just walking across one of the ski slopes, just like
I had a friend of mine killed one in
slow moving
Alaska
truck.
from his barracks room balcony on post. He almost got booted out of the army for it. But he's from West Virginia. He's like, I didn't know no better.
So he's a
well,
hillbilly.
they're not
Yeah.
protected though.
No, he's a
are they?
redneck.
Well, on post you
West
can't.
Virginia?
Well,
You
Yeah,
can't.
the
There
West
aren't many things you can shoot from your
Virginia.
porch either.
Yeah.
Mountain mama, take me home.
All right. Off the rails.
Country road.
Anybody got anything else?
Yeah, you didn't realize they were that big, right?
No, I mean I know how big they are.
They're
but
huge.
wait, can we talk? Where did y'all get that Canadians were scared of the dark? Like, where did that come from?
Deputy Dave been
it's
saying
just
it.
they are
That's
scared
the
of the
third
dark.
podcast he said it on.
Because it's true.
Well, we have seen Alana and Michael out in the dark multiple times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
they're
they're
not
scared.
in Canada.
Yeah, and also they're from Russia.
Russians aren't afraid of
really-
anything.
Yeah,
That's
afraid.
true.
They don't know fear.
They'll
They're
fist
too
fight
drunk
grizzly
to care.
bears.
But really? Where did that? That just seems
Probably
a
because
little.
there's lots of predators out and they can see in the dark and Canadians can't.
That's the
Well,
biggest-
hell,
have you not ever seen-
Jesse Smollett went out in the in Chicago?
There's street lights though, and he faked all that.
I know, but I'm just saying I wouldn't go out in Chicago.
Allegedly.
Dark.
This is the biggest moose I've ever seen.
They're huge. Moose walking down the highway.
What is the
Google it.
plural of moose?
Meese.
That's not right, but it's funny.
What is a herd of moose? What is that?
Mises.
Herd.
My
Is it a herd or is it
I don't know.
a collection?
Pod.
Because like plural of goose
It
is
may be a
geese,
pod,
but
actually.
Moose is not meese.
What's that called? Collectional phrases?
Mouse is not mouses, but house is houses.
Yeah, 'cause, you know,
Surely it's not
crows are
collection.
murdered or a murder.
Flies are a business. Is that
Gaggle,
right?
a gaggle is geese.
Flies are a business.
Gaggle.
Yeah.
I can't
If it's
remember.
flying.
Oh yeah, only if it's flying.
On the ground, they're a Google.
Collective nouns.
I thought it was a gander.
I don't know. I'm just making.
I thought that's a
I'm
female
just saying
goose.
stuff.
I think.
Nouns like
You're probably
moose and sheep do not change from their singular to plural forms, so they're invariants.
Like deer.
Octopus.
Yeah.
Octopi.
Octopi.
Cactus.
You talk about
Yeah.
scary. I would rather come across
Porpoise.
Octopus
excuse me.
is
I would
also
rather
okay
come
to say
across a
octopuses.
moose than an
I listened to a
overgrown
pod.
octopus. What are those giant squids?
Well, yeah, because
I don't wanna
if you're
see
in the
one of
water,
those.
I mean that's where you're gonna come across one, and we're not exactly
That's one of
I'm
apex
just saying,
predators
those
in
are
the
the
water.
scariest
No.
things.
Giant squid.
The most scary animal.
It's in the top 5 of my
Yeah,
biggest
I would
fears
say
in
that
life.
if I was swimming in the ocean, I would be more scared of that than I would be
They've
scared
got
of
one
anything.
at the National History Museum in D.C.
They have
huge,
beaks.
Yeah.
enormous.
Like it's terrifying. I remember
But they have
being
beaks
so
like
scared of it.
inside their mouth,
Yeah,
right? Like,
It's
Well,
in
they've
the
got them
bottom.
inside their
It's
or
like a
hooks inside
trap.
their little sucker things.
yeah.
They have one in the
And they get like the size of school
the
buses,
St.
right?
Louis Zoo at when you walk in, which is a free zoo. It's a great zoo also. If you walk in the front, there's
We
a
boycott
huge one
zoos.
that they have like
Oh, more zoos.
hung. It's different. Hung up across the top, and all the tentacles are at the front of the door, but then the exit on the back side is where the head is. I remember being terrified because you could see the
beak.
it is a beak, isn't
Yeah.
it? A beak
Yeah.
in
It's
the
like a
middle of
parrot,
it,
yeah.
and it was to
It can
size,
talk,
like
too.
it's the.
I believe
Okay, so
so.
that's different, but this one couldn't speak.
Well, this one
But
it was dead, right?
This one's scary.
They are terrifying.
That's the most. I would rather see a moose, I think, in person than one of those.
Remember that movie
Yeah.
where JTT rode in the moose antlers?
Who?
No.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
Yeah.
What was that?
Christmas movie.
He said JTT like it was
I think
yesterday.
that was an elk, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure it was a moose.
like he just finished watching Tool Time.
Oh my God, we
Last
we
night.
did. Actually, we did.
It's not
watch
called Tool Time.
It's at
What's
least
it called?
Home
Home
Improvement.
Improvement.
Tool Time's the show on the show, isn't it?
We
It's
Oh.
the Incept show.
watched about 3 episodes of that.
You just noticed it's a show about a show.
Let's shoot some hoops.
All right. Call it. Cassie, take us out. Take us to the intro. Outro.
Hey, thank you everybody for joining us for this episode of Rock the Beat Podcast.
She's
Join us
good.
next time when we will discuss more
Stuff.
stuff and animals.
All right, let's hear it, Deputy Dave.
Be fly, don't get high.
You've been listening to the podcast, now it's over. I wrote this here just so we could have closure. RTB took you on an odyssey as we headed out the park like a walk-off homer. This is the end, this is the end. If you're still listening, you can probably turn it off now. Unless you're looking for these outro bars, then I'ma go hard till the neighbors call the cops. And I gotta tell them, hey, I know Deputy Dave and Bobby G say, let Resto Quozo play. You've been listening to the podcast, now it's over. I told you, turn it off, but you're still here. I suppose I can keep putting flows in your ears till you're bleeding out your nose or until you can't hear. I suppose I should let you know about the email, rtbpod@gmail. Hit us up, let us know if you think we failed. Tell us why, don't leave out a single detail, cause we need the criticism, we need you to tell us when we need to do it different. Just bring it to our attention. You know our minds been living in different dimensions, and it might be time to bend and switch up the rhythm. I don't know, I can't say. It's all I wrote for the outro, so hey, thanks for listening, and it says goodbye. And I hate to say this every time, but subscribe.
You win. Perfect.